Good morning to everyone. Good morning, sir. I am Janita Sinswatanidi, and I'm going to discuss about social psychology. Social psychology, it is the branch of psychological science. No, it is mainly concerned with understanding how the presence of others affects our thoughts. No, our thoughts, our feelings, and behaviors. So, just as clinical psychology, it is focuses on mental disorders and their treatment and the developmental psychology. So that's why we have a psychiatrist. They are focusing on studying the social psychology to help the people who have mental disorders, no, the mental problems. Yun doon talaga yung focuses nila is to study the 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 people, no, the people who have mental problems, and they are treating them, no, tinutulungan nila na i-treat yung mga ganong cases ng mga tao. So that's why we have to hindi lang sa psychiatrist, we have our sa atin kailangan nating pag-aralan talaga yung social psychology. It is how we adjust ourselves from the other people, kasi um uh, tayo minsan nakaka-relate na kumbaga na connect tayo sa ibang tao, no, we have merong iba't ibang uh, behavior ibang tao. So we really have to know or to study the social psychology para malaman natin kung paano natin i-adjust yung sarili natin sa ibang tao. That's why social psychology talaga is very important, no, para sa atin, para alam natin kung paano yung nga i-adjust yung sarili natin sa ibang tao. Okay, so social psychology, no, it is a science. It is all about investigating the ways groups functions, no, the cause and the benefits of social status, the influences of culture, and all other psychological processes involving two or more people. Gaya nga sabi ko kanina na it is meron tayong nakakasalamuha o yung nakakonect tayo sa ibang culture, no? Gaya ng Muslim and Christians. Meron silang sarilang culture. So, tayo, as, as we, if alam natin itong social psychology, alam natin kung paano natin ibabagay yung, kumbaga i, i, i ibabagay yung tayo sa kanila na meron silang ibang reliyon o meron silang kultura na sarili nilang kultura. So ma-adjust natin yung sarili natin sa kanila. It is involving two or more people. So social psychology is relevant to our everyday life, no. Hindi lang psychiatrist ang dapat na mag-aral ng social psychology or nakakaalam ng social psychology. So in our everyday life, na-apply natin ang social psychology. In our everyday and daily life routine, we act, we act different. Minsan nagiging moody tayo, minsan naman we are happy, and mamaya-maya we are sad and galit na yun, nagbabago yung ugali natin, and it is relevant talaga in our daily life, no. So in our daily life, there's a there's a social psychology is a science that can be subdivided into specialties such as a normal psychology na tinatawag, or the study of how people develop across the lifespan, no, our lifespan. So in our daily life, however, we don't we don't stop and examine our thoughts. 'Di ba? Nangyayari sa atin 'yun. We don't stop and examine our thoughts or behaviors as being distinctly social social versus development, no? Versus personality based versus clinical. So, in our daily life, these all blend together. No, gaya ng mga sinabi ko kanina. So, for example, the need to belong is rooted developmental psychology. So, developmental psychologists have long paid attention to the importance of attaching to caregiving, no, feeling safe, and supports during childhood. So, itong attention to the importance of attaching to a caregiver. So sometimes we are feeling safe and we feel na we are over protect kapag overreacting tayo, overacting, minsan overcare, nag-over kumbaga sumusobra yung ugali natin minsan. Sumusobra, minsan nababawasan. Like, minsan nasa mood tayo na okay, minsan nasa mood tayo na hindi. So, it is important talaga that someone is na maramdaman niya na safe siya, maramdaman niya na inaalagaan siya. Kasi may mga tao na may mga tao na sensitive, they feel na hindi sila pinapahalagahan, no, yung ganun. And nung simula nung bata sila, hindi sila sinusupport ng magulang nila. So, kailangan sa pagtanda, they have to feel na important sila, na kailangan suportahan sila sa mga bagay na gusto nila, no? Kasi yung mga ganong kaso kasi, kapag alam nilang hindi sila sinusuportahan, kagaya ng mga anak na hindi sila sinusuportahan ng kanilang mga magulang. So sa paglaki or habang tumatagal, hindi mas lalong nagiging ang tawag dito, sabi nga nila na kung mas lalong sinasakal, mas lalong nagigigil, yung gano'n. So, may mga ganong factor yung isang tao kapag alam nilang hindi sila suportado sa mga gusto nila. So, that's why, habang bata pa sila, they have to feel na they are supported by their parents. So, so that hindi sila na napupunta sa ibang landas, no? Hindi napapatiwara yung buhay nila. So that's why they have to feel supported, and they have to feel they are safe, or merong nag-aaruga sa kanila. Okay, so and also dadagdag ko lang doon, they have to feel comfort, the comfort of the loved ones, so the relatives, especially their peers. So para hindi sila magiging rebelde, hindi sila magre-rebelde in the future, kailangan they have to feel they're safe, the comfort and the support of their family. Okay, so since social psychology is a study of human thoughts, the study of human behavior, the thoughts and the feelings. Those who research mental psychology or mental disorders, it is it is pointed to people na feeling lack of lack of belonging, no, na lack of support, lack of comfort. So kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng depressions, and depressions alam niyo na, depression leads to suicide, no, yung feeling nila na wala na silang masasandalan. So doon nagsisimula yung mental disorders, nagkakaroon ng mental problem ang isang tao because they are lack of everything, no, lack of safe, lack of comfort, lack of support, no. And this mental disorders, it is help explain loneliness, no, the depression, sabi ko kanina, and other psychological pains. So in practice, psychologists separate concepts into categories though. Clinical development, one is the clinical development, and two, social development. It is scientific necessity. So it is easier to simplify our thoughts, feelings and behaviors in order to study the people, the behavior of the people. So each psychological subdiscipline has its own unique approaches to research. So we may have noticed that almost always how psychology is taught as well. So we take a course in personality, another in human sexuality, so and a third in gender studies, as if these topics are unrelated in gender studies. So as if these topics are unrelated, so in day-to-day life, however, these distinctions do not actually exist, and there is heavy overlap between the various areas of psychology. So in social psychology, there are varying levels of analysis. So it is the different levels as which scientists might understand a single event. So for example, no, the toddler watching her mother, no, make a phone call. So the toddler is curious kung anong ginagawa na nanay niya. So at that age, the toddler is using her observational learning. So as in her observation, no, the toddler teach herself, no, about the machine that her mother using. So naiisip na ng yung ginagawa ng mother na at that age, as toddler, na naiisip niya na my mother is talking on the phone. So that machine that my mother's using is a telephone. Yes, that's his example. So, at the most specific levels of analysis, we might understand that various neurochemical processes are occurring in the toddler's brain. No? Parang in a toddler's brain, yung ginagawa ng nanay niya, no, ano na yun, nagko-connect na yun, tumatatak na yun sa isip niya na that machine is a telephone that my mother is using well to make a call, ganun. So we might be able to use imaging techniques to see that the cerebellum among the other parts of the brain. So, nag-active na yon and it is activated. Yung sa age ng toddler, nag-active na yung kanyang cerebellum na that machine is a that machine is a telephone. Okay, so social psychology is the study of group processes of how we behave in groups, no? And how we feel and think about one another. So, while it is difficult to summarize the many areas of social psychology research, no, it can be helpful talaga. No, it can be helpful to lump the major categories as a starting point to wrap our minds around. So, this social psychology, it helpful talaga para sa atin, no, hindi lang siya isang trabaho, no, na-apply natin siya sa everyday life natin, and how we have to to control our anger, yung mga ganong kaso, yung mga ganong everyday nangyayari sa everyday life natin. So it is social psychology is very useful talaga in itong subject ng social psychology. It is so very useful talaga in our everyday life. Kasi dito alam natin kung paano natin kontrolin yung mga anger natin, kung ano yung mga dapat nating i-act as human being, mga wrongs and mga do's and don'ts na in our everyday life, no. So there is in a reality no specific number of. So this is the end of my discussion. I hope you learned something from me, and good day and keep safe always. Bye.